Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Chris's Talking. This is my Batman vs Superman movie review. Now, it has come to that point where I'm actually having to talk about this movie, considering how many years I've been waiting for it. And after trailer 1, which really got us hyped, and trailer 2, which was a disappointment, and then trailer 3, which is personally one of my favorite movie trailers, or action movie trailers, superhero movie trailers, like ever. It was just done so right. Unfortunately, trailer 2 had to happen, and if you haven't seen that trailer, then watch the movie without watching the trailers because, boy, the trailers gave away a bit too much than they should have, especially the second one. Okay, to be different compared to a lot of other stuff I've watched, I'm going to start with The Bad because The Bad is what stuck in my head, and I watched it yesterday in Leicester Square on a big ass screen, and it was really, really good watching it. So, where am I going with this? Okay, start with The Bad. Unfortunately, it was a mess, quite all over the place, and literally I kind of didn't know what I was watching. Was I watching Batman vs Superman or was I watching Dawn of Justice? They did it right by having two names in the title because it literally felt like two movies and not like one movie then the other movie. It felt like both movies were trying to happen at the same time, but the director didn't know what was going on. The first half of the movie really felt like it was a crazy, serious drama kind of political kind of thing, and it worked out. I guess in a way it was different. It felt kind of different. Maybe it felt a bit kind of like what they were trying to do in the Captain America Winter Soldier movie, and for that part it kind of worked for me. But then suddenly it just changed. Yeah, so it was a mess. So that's like a big cross. Some of the cameos, I don't know, they just shoehorned in some information that really felt like if it was only trying to be a setup movie for the Justice League. And as that isn't a problem because we know for a fact it is meant to be a setup movie, the information they put in to set it up really felt like it was in the just not needed at that moment in time. It should have just been later on, or they should have gone with the whole Marvel thing where at the end of the movie, after the credits, there's like a little bit of information. Another thing I didn't really like about it is I know it has heavy CGI because it's Batman vs Superman, and we're not going to see many people do some Superman shit. So yeah, we need some CGI. But maybe it was the clarity I watched it in, or maybe I should have watched it in IMAX because I saw it in Leicester Square in like a really big screen, and it was like gorgeous in some points. But whenever it went into the CGI moments, it felt kind of blurry. Like if I don't know, I felt like if it should have been maybe shot in IMAX or wherever they shot the movie in wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. What else is bad without giving away any spoilers? Lois Lane, yeah, didn't like her. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it there. She kind of felt like a damsel in distress. For my anime viewers out there who watched Bleach, you will understand what I mean by she felt like Orihime, constantly in peril, constantly being trapped, constantly being saved. How about you just don't come in a situation? She wasn't needed in a lot of situations and she just kept on being shoehorned in to be saved. Why? Another character, I won't say who, I'll say in the spoiler section, was a bit why just over the top. Considering that the first half felt like a lot more serious and kind of like an actual story was going on, when some characters went OTT, it just felt really out of place. It felt really like if they're now they're trying quite hard, and I understand it's acting, and I understand they're trying to try something different, but it really felt like if it didn't work. Okay. I tried a few different ways of saying it, but it didn't work. It just didn't work for me. I don't think it worked for a lot of people. And once you watch the movie, you'll know exactly the parts I'm talking about. Another thing I didn't really get was Batman did some things where I was thinking that's not very Batman-like. Another part of the movie I didn't really enjoy or get that much was the dialogue amongst some of the characters. Some of the dialogue felt really just bland. Nothing about what they were talking about and most of the movie really engaged me. It it wasn't that appealing really. To be honest, most of the time when they spoke, I was more thinking, okay, let's get to it. Let's get to the Batman versus Superman. Let's get to the good stuff. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. If I don't want to reel off a whole bunch of things before you even get to the good points. There are some good stuff, stick around. Okay guys, now I've spoken about all the things I didn't like about Batman vs Superman. Let me talk about what I did like. And the first thing is Batman. Batman was amazing. Now, I'm a Superman fanboy. I've followed Smallville for the whole 10 years that it was running from Channel 4 to E4, every single episode up from the age of 10 years old right to the age of 20. So yeah, I was quite invested in that shit. On my Facebook blog, my first blog that I did about was actually about Man of Steel, and all the information about my Facebook blog is down below. And so yeah, so I'm really hardcore about Superman. Whenever there's a Superman versus Goku discussion, I hope this doesn't affect my likes, but I'm normally on the Superman side. I know that's probably blasphemy, but I am Team Soups. Back to my original point. I'm so sorry, guys. Batman was amazing. He did do some questionable stuff. I will say questionable because I don't know where they're going with this. There was a little scene in the movie where you see something graffitied on one of the outfits, and you're like, "Oh, I get it. You've been hurt." So yeah, this Batman was you could tell he was tired. Like he was just worn down. But that being said, Zack Snyder really made him shine. Now, when I watched Watchmen, if you can see here, I've got the Watchmen comic right here. When I watched Watchmen for the first time, one of the first things I thought was, this person needs to make a Batman movie. And lo and behold, he did. And this Batman is literally just the best Batman that you will have seen on screen. His movements, his stealth-like maneuvering, how he fights and the choreography to the fighting, the lighting to where he just comes in and just comes out from the ground, and like just how he does it. Literally, this Batman is amazing. Now, I love the hell out of Christian Bale. Christian Bale is an amazing actor, and he acted out Batman in a great way. He really left an imprint in our head about who is Batman. It makes sense for villains to be scared of this Batman. You don't want to be caught by Batman. It's got to a point where does Batman have powers? What is going on here? He's clearly super strong. He's clearly super smart. He's clearly a genius. I can't go on more about Batman, so just leave it at that. But yeah, so if you just need to watch the movie, and you'll get exactly what I meant about that. If you agree with me, don't forget to give a like or just write in a comment what you thought was great about Batman. Obviously, avoid the spoilers for people who haven't seen it. But moving on, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, she was actually really, really good. Even though she wasn't in the movie that long, the bits that we did see of her, she was on fire. She had the whole girl power kind of thing going on. Like when she came on the scene, I was thinking, okay, yeah, you're pretty bad. You're pretty cool. You're pretty badass. Right? Yeah, badass, badass. Wonder Woman was amazing for the little bit that she did do. Another good thing about this movie was the tone of the film. You're watching and you really get how gritty it is. You really get how gritty Gotham is, how dark and murky it all looked, and it just went right. I think Zack Snyder did very well at that, and you can tell that this is his element from things like Sin City and Watchmen. Now, when I compare the fighting in this compared to The Dark Knight Rises, I totally preferred the choreography in this. Like from the movement to the martial arts to how he's moving around. Yeah, he looks kind of chunky, but we did that kind of effect that you saw in Watchmen where they look like they have or probably have superpowers, or not even superpowers, just a bit stronger than the average person. But yeah, because Batman did some questionable things, like from throwing this guy around from half the room to the other half of the room. I was shocked, but my eyes were glued to the screen anytime there was a fight scene. I was like, wow, yes. I'm not sure exactly how Marvel are going to top this. Normally they do have some good scenes, but I'm not going to lie, Zack Snyder, that is his touch. That is him. That is him all out, and the choreography was on point. How it looked, the visuals, it just looked great. That's pretty much the good stuff about Batman vs Superman. Hopefully, I managed to not give away too much. Henry Cavill was okay as Superman. He was okay as Superman in the first one. He's a good cast. He looks like Superman, so I guess he gets the part. I guess it's just they need to write in better lines. That's the only thing. So Superman was no better than what you knew he was going to be. Gal Gadot surprised me. She was amazing. She looked great. Damn. And her character was actually pretty badass. She really showed that women can take control, if you get what I mean. Okay, because I'm doing movie reviews, at the end I'm always going to give my own rating. I'm going to give this movie a C+. It was worth watching. It gets a pass. I enjoyed it a lot. I would definitely tell my friends to watch it. If it wasn't Batman vs Superman, I don't think I'd pay as much as I did to watch it. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. I think you should definitely check it out. But don't expect to be blown away.